Hi everyone, we had the great opportunity to learn from Corinne Staub, an expert about what it takes to make a great first impression. We learned how important body language actually is, to smile, to show your hands, to be very open, to be very welcoming to new people that you're meeting, because the first impression is really an important one. At the same time, you still shouldn't forget that the last impression is the one that is usually going to last the longest, and we had a really great time.
I had a lecture seminar with Christine Jacob about digital health. I really liked the part with the health trackers, with the lenses, with the electronic chips you can eat and stuff like that to track your health. I think it's a great opportunity in the future.
The most important insight was that there were so many applications already of digital health. I was fascinated by the way how this is done. Like, for example, edible electronics to find things inside your body, find illnesses, and probably also cure them in the future.
So the speakers were from KPMG, Kevin Leuthard and Mirko Klaus. He elaborated further where the blockchain could be used. It's not just the business transactions like the cryptocurrency, also for standard transactions.
The most interesting part was how blockchain is improving and relating to many businesses. It could revolutionize industries such as the music industry, the healthcare industry, and so on.
The speaker of today's session was Katie Harden-Campbell, and she talked about the culture of USA. Most important thing I learned today was to see the differences of the culture and to know that there is no bad culture, it's just different.
I think now I'm more aware about the differences between the cultures, so I will focus on which topics I address during small talks with American citizens, and yeah.
Today we had the opportunity to listen to Dr. Daniela Sutter. She's from GenSwiss, and she talked about genome editing.
And then she talked about how we can edit that. So she explained to us a lot of new processes that have been created recently, and also the history that was behind all of those things. She talked about data gathering, she talked about the ethical consequences of doing this, and she talked about some new methods that are being used today.
Today we had the opportunity to listen to Mario Schmutziger from the company Zülke. First, he just started with a definition of innovations, and after that he showed the importance about driving innovation in companies and how the companies perform it.
I think it was interesting that he told us all these states that you have to be aware before you're inventing a new innovation. Like, you have to have a vision or dream that you want to start developing, and you have to test everything several times, and you need to have a good prototype that you can test, and then you can develop that even further when you see something that is not working with it.
First company visit led us to the Swisscom headquarters in Ittigen, and we talked about data security, and that was really impressive, how many attacks actually are being performed to business networks. The main takeaway from this workshop was actually to do not overthink things, just simply do it.
We went to the US Embassy and we had really interesting insight. Most of the things were off record, so I can't talk about it. Anyway,
we got to ask many personal and political questions, which we were very happy to learn about, and we had a really great time there, and looking forward that our project will be able to go there also in the future.
Well, we have been invited to the Mexican embassy in Switzerland, in Bern, and we were very warmly welcomed by the representative from Mexico. And it was a great impression. We got the latest and most popular topics like politics, economy, and the culture.
So today Dirk Schneider came by and talked about the innovation of biotechnology and diagnostic sector. And the most impressive thing for me was the personalized healthcare. Dirk Schneider talked about saving costs with the new technology, and we in Switzerland can profit from this technology as the costs are rising all the time.
Today we heard something with Michael Chance and also with Valentin, how innovation can put you up on the business model, and they gave us some exercise to do, and which was very interesting, so that we could implement our innovative thoughts on the role model of business.
Overall, after most of the week is done now, I have to say this preparatory seminar has been fantastic. It has covered so many topics, and when I first saw the program, I kind of wasn't sure how that would fit together. But now that I've heard all this input that we have, I can kind of see all the connections this has from the technology that can be applied, of course, in business, but can also be applied in biotechnology, which I had no clue about before.